Hello, collective. Welcome back to my channel. This is Divine Eyed Mystic Tarot. Thank you guys for joining me. If you're new to my channel, welcome. This is an Aquarius reading, so only take what resonates. It could be high vibrational, low vibrational Aquarius. It could be cross-watching. It could be a placement in your chart as well. So only take what resonates. If this Aquarius reading does not resonate with you, maybe somebody else's does, okay? So let's see what it is. Messages for Aquarius. Split the deck. You got the High Priestess in the Tower. Cancer, Aries. Two major arcanas. But somebody sees something when it comes to whatever it is that's hidden. Like somebody, could be resisting change because someone, they possibly know somebody's secrets, or they feel like, intuitively, somebody knows what's going on, or they know something that it is that somebody is not seeing, or the resisting that somebody's doing when it comes to change. Like somebody could know exactly, like, what they, when it comes to them resisting change, when it comes to them having to accept, whatever they don't want to admit to, take accountability for. This could be resisting spiritual change, personal growth. Especially not seeing, somebody not seeing their fault in something, or not seeing that they need to make some changes. It's like somebody being afraid of what will happen, when it comes to them trusting their intuition. Like if they see, or they know what somebody sees, it's like somebody trying to avoid what they know is going to happen when it comes, or what they know something is actually the cause of. Like if they feel like, they know, if I take accountability for this, like this is what this means. This means that High Priestess energy, somebody knows I was, they were right all along. It's something like that. It's like somebody feeling like, if I change something, that just proves that somebody was right. They were right about what they saw. They were right about what they were feeling. They were right about what they saw. Whether I told them or not, or whether I admit to it or take accountability for it, I still know they know. They know. And if I make some changes, that means, I take some accountability, responsibility, that means they know I know too. That kind of thing. Could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Somebody could have Aries in their chart, have fire in their chart. Let's see what they want to use. Messages for Aquarius. Show me what I need to see. First card out, changes around them, rewarding. Messages for Aquarius. What do we need to see? What do we need to know? Somebody got some changes going on around them, but they are rewarding changes. Next card. Lineage curse over these satanic rituals. Messages for Aquarius. Messages for Aquarius. What's my Aquarius just need tonight? His family doesn't approve of him choosing you, Divine Feminine. Who gives a damn, child? Who give a fuck? Anyway, so somebody could be a people pleaser, or they were, or they going to be, but changes around them. Somebody could be having some changes around them. Things could be rewarding for you. So it could be justice in a situation where somebody may be, actually, taking accountability, but it also is, giving like somebody under judgment. You know what I'm saying? Reflecting. I feel like Aries Leo says, let's start with this lineage curse over these satanic rituals. Clarify. Messages for Aquarius. Lineage curse over these satanic rituals. Who is this? Doing these satanic rituals? Clarify. Lineage cursed. Got the Ace of Pentacles. Lineage cursed over these satanic rituals. Who is this? Messages for Aquarius. Who lineage is cursed? Who is this? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, so far with the Ace of Pentacles. Got the Death in reverse. Scorpio energy. Like Four of Pentacles, Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Like somebody resisting not only change, but somebody's resisting, the fact that they may be refusing to accept that they don't see something wrong, psychologically. You know what I'm saying? Somebody not balanced on all fronts in the first place. So when it comes to how they perceive, these whatever somebody's mindset or energy frequency is in when they doing these rituals, like this is messing with somebody's mental. It's keeping them off balance. Like something is got somebody to the point where they especially in this home, like whatever somebody doing, they could be doing this in their home with this Four of Wands in reverse. Like something is causing, somebody's, world to be upside down, even if they trying to come off like, everything is okay or something like that. Hangman in reverse. Like somebody in a lot of depression, like, you know what I'm saying? But with this King of Swords, like King of Swords energy gives, like, even if, this is, somebody that's astute, okay? Like somebody knows how to read a room, but they know how to quickly, find a way, to manipulate it too. You know what I'm saying? Like they can read a situation, but they quickly try to find some type of clever way to manipulate it. You know what I'm saying? How to get the upper hand in the situation or something like that. So you do have to be mindful of um somebody like being around you and being aware of like what you got coming in, or they feel as though you excited, or you putting in the work, or they see that you got some type of prosperity in your creativity. They feel like you a jack of all trades. Maybe you make good money, or you get a lot of recognition for what you do, whether you recognize it or not. The things you work on, or whatever it is that you put your time, your effort, your creativity into, is prosperous. Ace of Pentacles, or whatever it is. It's the thing is somebody feeling like they don't want to see you succeed at it. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to see it be something that actually takes you from rags to riches. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody, is constantly after, possibly, divine unions, or divine beings, or all the above. You know what I'm saying? Clarify the death in reverse. What's the death in reverse? Messages for Aquarius. Lineage curse over these satanic rituals. What's the death in reverse? Death in reverse. Yeah, Two of Swords, Libra energy. With the Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck in reverse. And like somebody now, is not even. It's like somebody damn near being at a, what I'm saying, unable to rest. Like somebody cannot get no peace. It's like somebody saying, I can't get a moment's peace. Four of Swords in reverse. And like something is, like gonna bring on some type of illness. You know what I'm saying? If they don't, with this peace, with this, what they done cursed their lineage with these rituals, like somebody's not gonna. Two of Swords, like somebody's at a crossroads. Yeah, it's a crossroads. You know, that song about Bone Thugs and Harmony. Could be a low vibrational water sign. Could be a Scorpio. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but it could be a Scorpio. Somebody could have water in their chart as well, like Libra energy, or just water in their chart. Could be any water sign. But I feel like somebody don't want to admit that this is something like they were supposed. Somebody was. I don't know if somebody was supposed to be a generational curse breaker, and they may have went through a pattern of where they may have had ancestors that passed away, ancestors that still here, that kind of conform and end up back in some type of end up making some of them same choices of settling in them same areas of their life. Especially if somebody let their gifts send them down the wrong path. Like somebody may have continuously used their gifts for dark continuously, especially when it comes to like third party situations, when it comes to lovers or something like that. Like somebody stayed involving themselves in, making somebody else's progress, their homework, to destroy it, to not see it, be something that somebody get easily. They want it to be a challenge. Like somebody, ends up being their third parties a lot. And it's like somebody wanting somebody else to be in those situations, whether they cause it for that person or they end up, involving themselves in it in some way by way of free will. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody being manipulative, abusing their power. What's the death in reverse with the two of pentacles? I mean the two of swords. What's the death in reverse with the two of swords? Clarify the death in reverse with the two of swords. Messages for Aquarius. Yeah, three of cups in reverse, Cancer energy. With the magician at the bottom of the deck. Somebody wanted to make, it's like somebody seeing now like whatever was hidden, that somebody possibly want to compromise or work things out. It's like somebody realizing the only thing that was coming out of this third party situation was like gossip, betrayals, deception, things like that. That somebody realizing now that this person, this all they was on. This is all somebody was on. Like they wanted this person to be on that level with them, to keep, this person from seeing which way or being able to determine, like, which person to talk to, who to believe. You know what I'm saying? Who is really, on they shit. Like who really talking about something worth listening to. With the magician, like somebody was manifesting, but I feel like somebody was also trying to keep somebody from knowing which person was telling the truth, like who actually doing dark magic, who actually is into hoodoo voodoo, you know what I'm saying? And now somebody, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, they realize it now, or somebody sees third party situation, like three is a crowd, like somebody realizing now just how disturbed, you know what I'm saying? And the only thing somebody, is getting out of something is maybe some type of sexual gratification, but that's about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like somebody basically was just using that as a way, and that's the only thing. Like anything they may have been getting out of that was very small. Or this is how somebody is going. This is, the curse that somebody done put over their lineage now. It's like, nothing is going to come to somebody now, as a destiny kind of thing, you know what I'm saying, of, happiness or something like that, that they actually earned. This is somebody that actually done reverse what they were trying to do to other people or somebody else. This is something that they done cursed their lineage with now. Like the only thing they gonna get out of, any kind of partnership is, especially when it comes to love, is a sexual gratification. Anything else is gonna be very small. It's not gonna be something worth bragging about or talking about, because it's like it's something good right now, but then telling when they're gonna get something else out of that person or that situation or that job or that whatever it is that they might feel they want to celebrate. Like somebody celebrated too soon, baby. Like somebody was trying to create illusions and was trying to, make somebody, question their intuition, confuse them, especially trick them up. Clarify changes around them. Rewarding. Messages for Aquarius. Clarify changes around them. What's that about? Rewarding. Clarify the changes around them. Messages for Aquarius. Changes around them. Clarify changes around them. Messages for Aquarius. Changes around them. Rewarding. What's changes around them? Clarify changes around them. Rewarding. Messages for Aquarius. What's changes around them? You got the Temperance, balance, harmony, finding better solutions. Sagittarius energy. You got the Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck with the Queen of Swords in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse. Two of Cups. Yeah, some changes around somebody, but rewarding for somebody else. Clarify the Temperance. What's the Temperance? Somebody's allowing, the universe to, looking for the universe or the Most High to, like, resolve an issue when it comes to them finding better solutions. Nine of Swords in reverse with the Page of Swords. In the bottom of the day with the upright. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Got Gemini out here. Libra with the Two of Swords. Now the Nine of Swords in reverse. Because somebody now is not dealing with, the fact that the only way to get out of something is to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Finding balance and, solutions to a problem, especially when you are not connecting with the universe or you're not listening to your ancestors, like too much going on around you, in your energy, in your environment to where you too distracted. You know what I'm saying? And you may be making decisions just free ball. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody out here, like now having to trust that the universe will balance something out for them. You know what I'm saying? But Nine of Swords, like it got somebody else, they could be releasing worry, but I feel like somebody's in a lot of, distress when it comes to them accepting why they're going through something. Like the only way to resolve this issue is honesty. You know what I'm saying? So you got the Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck now. Somebody got some curiosity questions, judgment, Page of Wands in reverse. Like somebody don't want to accept. I ain't gonna say don't want to accept, but they do, know the only way they can get out of a situation or the only thing that they're gonna be able to do to relieve themselves of some type of depression or some type of anxiety or some type of worry, when it comes to no communication, no contact or something like that. The fact that somebody feel blocked off or they feel ignored even or something like that is to know that the only way to release yourself of some type of anxiety or depression about something being the way it is to be honest why it's going on, or being honest why it's be honest with yourself about why it's needed. Like why you know what I'm saying, like somebody putting somebody in time out. It's like even if it's a spiritual time out and you being cut off from the divine and they ignore he ignoring whatever it is you asking for or wanting because he sees that you need to look at things, deeply, look, self-reflect, think about, what you know how people say, sit in that circle, put your nose in that circle, and think about what you did. Exactly. That's what I'm getting from this Nine of Swords in reverse. Now you got the Page of Swords, like somebody, asking curiosity questions, when it comes to, wanting to know. They could be battling, with their inner demons, settling things like, why would I, go this route? Like, why would I do somebody like this, knowing, thinking they ain't gonna do this or not gonna feel like that? You know what I'm saying? That was, fucked up that I said this or did that. Why would I do some shit like that? Like, how could I, expect this person to this and not get that? You know what I'm saying? Or how could I expect this person to think this if I said that? You know what I'm saying? Something like that. But it's also riddling, you know what I'm saying? Ridding things from your life that you know, or ways of, expressing yourself or saying things, like reading things from your life that you really know ain't working for you. So you have to be honest about that. It's like, damn, I need to, stop doing this. You know what I'm saying? Stop thinking, if I do this, this person or people gonna be okay with that. You know what I'm saying? Or stop thinking if I say this, you know what I'm saying, people gonna be okay with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Or not saying this or doing something this way, like, or thinking that, if I got this, I got that, like being in your ego. Like thinking I'm this or that when that person really ain't even studying this shit. It was really about this or that. It's like that. Somebody under judgment right now, Libra energy, or somebody done called judgment on someone. So it's like, understanding, the presence of like your spiritual and your professional calling. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody may be under judgment for not, making them decisions and staying in their old ways, not thinking that that was not going to lead to something. Like the consequences of their actions. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to be balanced on all fronts. Like you got to have book smarts and street smarts. You know what I'm saying? You can't have one without the other. So you can't have physical balance without having spiritual balance. Or you can't have emotional balance without having spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't have, success and then don't thank the Most High God for that. So you got to have a spiritual balance. You got to have a professional balance. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to having to go towards your calling. That's why a lot of people feel like, when it comes to them getting close to knowing or having an idea what their calling is, especially if it's something you really enjoy or you got a lot of knowledge about, but you just don't see yourself doing that. It may be other things you may want to do with that, but that may not give you the satisfaction or the gratification you're looking for, like the bliss that you're looking for with that. And you may get it, in the very thing that you really don't want to do. But you got to be honest with yourself about why you don't want to do that. If that's your calling. Like if that the things that's going to be fulfillment for you in that area or with that calling, whatever that is, you know what I'm saying? If you got to be honest with yourself about why not doing that is not going to be something you want to do. And I always say this to people, that one thing that you really don't want to do with your talent is the very thing that's going to take off. And you may not do anything else that really is going to give you that satisfaction, when it comes to your talents and your gifts, the way that will do. But you may not want to do that because it may come with, I got to get too much, I got to get licensing. I got to go have this. I got to have that. Like the financial part of it may get in the way. The networking part of it, to get off the ground and have to go through them rough moments before it actually pick up may get in the way. That may, may discourage you in some way. That not go toward that because of the challenges that you face with. You know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, once you get through the challenges, it's somebody say, okay, well, if we eliminated the challenges, would you still do it? Yeah, I do. Exactly. So it's not like the one thing that's calling you, whatever your calling is, it ain't like you ain't going to go toward it. It's the things that you have to be aware of that is going to be required so that you can get where you want to be and be satisfied in doing it. Because the Most High God knows, just like you're not going to want to do what you keep doing, what you're still doing for very long and not see anything come from it. Okay? It may be small, but it's something, will come. You know what I'm saying? Something is happening. It may just be small. And you may complain and keep saying, or not wanting to think it's complaining, but it's like being made aware, like you could do more with that. Okay, what's the more? And don't say such and such and such. You see what I'm saying? It's giving that. But I'm saying, changes is around. It's, there's some changes happening around somebody. You know what I'm saying? But it's a rewarding in a rewarding kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Now, every tower is bad, but it's definitely necessary. Changes are necessary. What's the Temperance with the Nine of Swords in reverse? Messages for Aquarius. What's the Temperance with the Nine of Swords in reverse? King of Wands. Aries energy. And somebody, whoever this King of Wands is, Aries, like somebody gonna have to be, more, because this is somebody that has like a lot of potential. Like they have a lot of influence. Like they have a lot of followers. They could have, um, be a very independent person, but they also come with a lot of status. You know what I'm saying? Wealth. They dress it, look it, smell it, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? But this is also someone that gives good advice. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody coming towards somebody, is going to, have that personality about them. They're gonna have those, traits about them. Like somebody's gonna be very influential. You know what I'm saying? They could be an influencer. They could be somebody that is very well known, very well liked. You know what I'm saying? They may be somebody that has a platform that gives good advice. You know what I'm saying? Also give a lot of helpful um, hints. On how to maintain certain things in your life or how to promote good health. They may do things like that. But it's like somebody also is in that vicinity of like giving. They could be somebody that comes in and gives you some type of, what you call them people, like consulting. You know what I'm saying? They could do consulting work or something like that, but they come off as that. You know what I'm saying? What's the Nine of Swords in reverse with the King of Wands? What's the Nine of Swords in reverse with the King of Wands? Clarify the Nine of Swords in reverse with the King of Wands. Yeah, Ten of Wands, Sagittarius energy. Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. What's the King of Wands with the Ten of Wands? What's the King of Wands with the Ten of Wands? Somebody weighed down, like, got a lot of responsibility when it comes to something. Now you got the Nine of Wands. With the Knight of Swords at the bottom of the deck in reverse. feel like somebody now is, the changes that's going on for somebody now is not very. The changes that somebody going through right now, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, low vibrational at that. I may say, like I said, it could be a cross watcher for Aquarius, but it's like somebody is not doing something is gonna get worse if somebody don't, be honest about something that they're going through or that's going on or that they got involvement in or something that they don't cause for themselves. You know what I'm saying? And it's rewarding for somebody else because somebody is actually like standing their ground. They aware, of whatever challenges they're gonna be met with. You know what I'm saying? But it's like somebody know they can't come in, aggressively, towards somebody, you know, um, on a materialistic level. You know what I'm saying? They can't, go towards somebody thinking about, them in a materialistic kind of way or thinking about things with them in a materialistic kind of way. Meaning they can't come towards another person, when it comes to them trying to have some type of lifestyle, some type of status or image. You know what I'm saying? Because that alone then kept somebody way down, burdened, you know what I'm saying, as it is. Like somebody ended up, dealing with a lot of responsibility, when it comes to them being with somebody like them and basically looking at themselves only in or looking at something or taking action on something only because they feel like it's something they feel like, is going to make them look more recognizable. You know what I'm saying? It's going to get them more recognition. Especially if somebody uses what they, got or they image or they status to like go towards people or, have, high expectations of other people, because of their ego or their pride or something like that. And it's like somebody attracts people, that way that are not very genuine. You know what I'm saying? They really just around to, kind of manipulate and control the people that come towards them. It's like somebody, it's like somebody of wealth giving somebody um, that may be less fortunate, to be like them, the time of day, okay? But that person that's less fortunate will manipulate that person just for the simple fact that they know this person can have anybody they want. You know what I'm saying? They may not want this person the way they want this wealthy person with status may not want them the way they want this person to want them, or for whatever the same reasons, the reasons they want this person to want them. But that person, will go out of their way to manipulate the choices this person makes or how things turn out for them because that person, they know that person that has no intentions on being with just them or not contributing anything to their lifestyle or their involvement with them. It's like somebody knowing they not gonna really get much out of the fact that they dealt with that person. It's like almost like fucking with a celebrity, but then they don't even get they don't even recognize you or they don't acknowledge you in public or they don't acknowledge you at all. And it's like that same person they don't acknowledge go and recklessly do something to curse this person because they don't want that person to succeed or they want this person to come anybody else that they go towards to turn out like this. I don't want to be the only person they do like this. I want this to happen to them every time they try to get with somebody. It's like that. All because this person may not like how they see other people. Like they may see other people or they may somebody, a Queen of Swords in reverse may see you as somebody um that got boundaries and they may look at you as somebody that, oh, that person ain't gonna have nobody, they ain't gonna, that's why they ain't got nobody now because they like this, they like that, they think like this, they talk like that, whatever the case may be. Like they This is how they handle, they self. This is how they, and it's really the fact that somebody got a lot of self-respect, self-love, got boundaries. This is somebody that will criticize people like that and put them down and shit like that because they're different. They don't do things the same way for the same reasons. They don't do something at all because of how it make they don't do it at all because of how they feel like it make them look. You know what I'm saying? Like my character or my status, you know what I'm saying, or how I carry myself matters to me. It's like that. It's like somebody don't like that about you. Especially if they feel like you're not somebody that's concerned with a certain status and lifestyle. Like, I ain't trying to be, you know what I'm saying, like the Joneses. I'm fine where the fuck I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing good. You know what I'm saying? I'm reaching my own motherfucking right. So I ain't really got to have what you got and shit. I'm still happy. The sun. You know what I'm saying? I'm still good. Know that. But that's not something that a Queen of Swords or Empress in reverse will believe. They won't believe that. Because they feel like they need that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like somebody, may not be was not in alignment with you at the time, especially if they were, somebody of your past that got involved, with people on that level, like an opportunist, like they got involved or they had people coming towards them because of what they was in alignment with. Like they was in alignment with some gold diggers because they may have just all been about, their status. They may have wanted to be around people and get involved with people that everybody want, but that person don't really want them the way they think they do. Clarify, because with this card here, his family don't approve of him choosing you because that's not, that lifestyle they feel like you have, or that, non-materialistic view that you have, on life, that you don't need these nice cars and all this, you don't have this, you don't have that. It's like somebody looking at the fact that they may have went towards somebody else that wanted what they wanted. They about status, but then you end up with somebody obsessive, you know what I'm saying, about their status. You end up with somebody, that is determined to have some type of lifestyle because they family want them to have that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to be living like this. That person can't contribute to this if they can't, have 2 or 3 cars in the yard, they ain't out here doing this, doing that, then she don't need to be with. Okay? His family don't approve of him choosing you, divine feminine, clarify. His family don't approve of him choosing you. Messages for Aquarius. His family don't approve of him choosing you. Got the Strength in reverse, Leo energy with the 7 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Scorpio. Somebody now struggling with the Strength in reverse just to figure out, a sense of self. You know what I'm saying? Like finding the courage, like finding, the confidence, you know what I'm saying, to accept, you know what I'm saying, what their family is saying or thinking or wanting or expecting of them. It's like, pay attention to your own needs. Focus on your own needs. You know what I'm saying? What do you get from this person being in your life? What do you get, if you don't get this person? Like, if they had to decide for you, who you would end up with, it could be the people you already been involved with and you ain't happy with them either. You know what I'm saying? I said in the beginning of the read, like, somebody is a people pleaser or they're going to be. Okay? Because somebody chariot in reverse, like they're going to make decisions based on how they feel other people going to respond to it and not being happy about that they self in the end. Looking at different, facets of they self. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I can't believe I, went with that because of what I thought my brother was going to say or the shit my brother was saying. I can't believe I went along with that shit and didn't fuck with that person because of what they said or what they were feeling. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never did him like that. I ain't never did her like that about people they chose. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I'm telling you, 7 of Cups, 5 of Cups, the Tower, 7 of Swords. Like, somebody now looking at, how this is a failed, connection. You know what I'm saying? That they, was not intending on, lies and dishonesty and stuff like that being something that, ended up causing them a tower. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody ended up feeling like them not or believing lies and stuff like that, not realizing, you know what I'm saying, that they needed to change some things. You know what I'm saying? With this tower reverse, somebody was resisting change. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody accepted or was trying to keep, a tower from happening with their family, if they chose, you know, to go any other route. You know what I'm saying? Like they family could have wanted them to to be. Keep your options open. Go over here and be with this person. Be an opportunist. Do it. And this person lost a connection, 5 of Cups behind this shit. Having all these other options just confuse this person even more. Them suggesting this person focus on all these other things, you know what I'm saying, and other things going on with other people. It's like they ended up running into a lot of folks that just was deceptive. You know what I'm saying? They had hidden agendas, and this person, lost out on something. You know what I'm saying? Because of dishonesty, a lot of secrecy, things that they may have done behind your back, said behind your back. Them like keeping things that they family felt about you. You know, trying to not realizing they family need to change. Like they need to change something. Clarify the strength in reverse. His family doesn't approve of him choosing you. Clarify the strength in reverse. His family doesn't approve of him choosing you. It could be her family don't approve of, you choosing him. It could be, so just flip the roles. This could be somebody, family don't approve of you choosing a masculine. But clarify, his family don't approve of him choosing you. Why is that? 7 of Pentacles, Taurus energy. Somebody could be born in 77. 777 can be significant angel number. Somebody could not like what it is that you do for work or whatever it is that they feel like, you putting in time or effort or something like that to see something grow, like whatever. Like somebody may not like the fact that this person want to focus on, investing, planting the seeds with somebody to see, where something can grow, or watching something develop. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's, somebody not working at their full potential. You know what I'm saying? Even if they feel like, um, like whatever it is you're doing, you could be, new, to whatever it is you're doing. It could be just started, with something. But I feel like, like it's like somebody don't want to. It's like a long time for something to go. Whatever it is, it's like somebody focusing on what it is they doing. Or they see that this, you paying more attention to what you're doing. Or somebody wanting to focus on that, even though it may take them a while, to achieve something or to see, something reach its full potential or get to, where they get the reward from something. Yeah. Like somebody basically like trying to tell this person, how It's like somebody done family done, you know, or is telling them something that is like trying to discourage them from going a certain route, going, you know, a certain path, or investing in someone. What's the strength in reverse with the Seven of Pentacles? What's the strength in reverse with the Seven of Pentacles? Clarify the strength in reverse with the Seven of Pentacles. The Chariot. Cancer energy with the Page, with the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Somebody facing whatever, somebody want to go on this journey. This is like forward movement for somebody. Um, and it's like them, you know, facing whatever challenges they know they're gonna have to deal with when it comes to them making this decision. Like they building that confidence up of knowing, like, I may have to deal with my family, you know, feeling this way or feeling that like this, or um thinking this way or something like that. But it's like, you know, somebody saying I need to look at what it is I want and accept that they don't want that, you know, they don't like this or that, you know, for whatever reason. But I need to go and, you know, realize, you know, what it is that I want for myself, and, you know, look at why I'm so concerned, or why do I need their approval, you know, on them approving this person in the first place. It's like moving forward and facing challenges, or may have to accept, you know what I'm saying, that it may take, you know, some hard work to come back around to you, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know, somebody having, especially if somebody knows, you know, you know how to read a room, you know what I'm saying? But they, you know, they know that and this may be something they feel like you already know about, like you may have already felt, um, or pointed out to this person, you know, how these people in their family feel about you. You may have already picked up that vibe from them, you know, not approving of you, whether they said it or they showed it, or you know, as an empath picked up on it intuitively. Like somebody is very sensitive to energy. Queen of Cups, like somebody very sensitive to energy. And this could be, you know, some inner conflict with the Chariot that somebody dealing with, that they know they're gonna have to face, you know, when that time comes, or, you know, when it comes to them moving forward with something. But it's about them making decisions, you know, and standing firm in whatever it is, and making sure, you know, that that's the decision they making, and standing on it. You know what I'm saying? And seeing something through. Like they ain't not gonna be able to keep facing, you know, not, you know, not facing certain things because it's challenging. And they have to come to the conclusion of how they want to deal with this, you know, on a personal note. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are they going to do? Because you got the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So this is, you know, somebody that's, you know, knowing they're going to have boundaries. You know what I'm saying? With people. Like, they know they're going to have to, you know, stand firm in their commitments. You know what I'm saying? And make, you know, set boundaries with people. You know, they may not have done this in the past. They may not have told people, you know, in their family, like, listen, you're going too damn far. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know that person like that. You know, that ain't what they want, and I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm not gonna do is, you know, keep letting y'all say this or do this or be that way. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of my business. You know what I'm saying? Let me do what I'm doing. If it do take forever, that's what you know what I'm saying? That's my decision. You know, I'm not gonna talk about that. You know, whatever it is, it's like somebody making, you know what I'm saying, decisions, but you know, using their intuition and their common sense at the same time. But it's like somebody, you know, trusting to be fair, you know, in a situation, you know, when it comes to them making decisions. You know, they may not have given, you know, your family may not have given you, you know, a fair chance, you know what I'm saying, to accept you. You know what I'm saying? But it's not for them to accept you. But they will have to, you know, if this person's choosing you, you know what I'm saying, they know that they choosing to have to accept that, you know what I'm saying, they only can control, you know, what they do and how things, you know, happen between you and them, what goes on between you and them and how you and them see each other. They gonna have to set boundaries with people that they should have been doing that with before. You know what I'm saying? They may not have wanted to really say anything, like I said in the beginning of this reading. Like somebody don't want to make this, they were making decisions based on how other people may say or feel or look at them. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you a simp, you weak, you pussy, what you did. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. It's like them, you know, making this decision that, man, my brother gonna clown me about this, or my sister gonna, I know she probably gonna stop fucking with me behind this. And it's like them making a decision not to be with somebody because of that. But you know how you feel about that person. Even if you sneak around and be with that person, you still feel like at some point, and when I do be honest with them, this person will block me off, then will stop talking to me or whatever. But at the end of the day, you got to accept this person you may have blocked somebody, but at the same time, they dealing with some family that don't even want them to choose you in the first place. You know what I'm saying? That they ain't got boundaries with. The fact that you got boundaries, you got self-respect, you got self-love. Like, you may have already picked up on this person's family not approving of you, but that ain't got nothing to do with you, you know, how you felt about them. You know what I'm saying? This person, 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Like somebody got, you know, balance, they got stability. They may have a career, they may got a car, they may got a nice job. You know what I'm saying? They got what they need. But they don't have the person they feel like, you know, that they can share that with. You know what I'm saying? And be able to keep, you know, whatever they got, you know, and still be happy. You know what I'm saying? This is somebody that feels as though they may need to find other things, you know, to do, especially if they don't feel like, you know, especially if you don't feel like what you're doing is very rewarding. Like, find you a hobby, find something else you feel like is going to, you know, fulfill, you know, whatever it is that you feel like, you know, you're not reaching the potential. But I feel like you got what you need. It's just that, you know, somebody feels as though like they lacking something, or they, you know, feel like, you know, this house is not a home. You know, what's that song by Luther Vandross? You got the Ace of Wands, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, because I feel like somebody juggled you in the past. You know what I'm saying? They may have juggled you between, you know, the income and, you know, trying to find another, you know, stream of income or something like that. And, you know, maybe focus more on their pentacles, you know, their status, their image. You know what I'm saying? Looking at other people, you know, for what they have. You know what I'm saying? Or going towards people they feel like, you know, matches they, you know, they stability or whatever, you know, status or image they were looking for. You know what I'm saying? They could have been an opportunist, or they end up going toward people like that. You know, but I feel like this is a lifestyle or status somebody, you know, family, you know, is trying to, I ain't gonna say impose on them. What's the strength in reverse with the Chariot? That's just for Aquarius. What's the strength in reverse with the Chariot? What's the strength in reverse with the Chariot? Yeah, Ace of Wands. Somebody want a passionate new beginning, but it's the fact that somebody asked to, they still got a lot of passion. Like somebody still has, got the Hermit in reverse, Eight of Cups in reverse. Something, that somebody did self-reflecting, did shadow work, something was long overdue. Something, was something that they needed to face and deal with and accept and make setback. Like this is King of Swords, all this stuff that this person is now having to face if they want to choose you, or once they choose you. This is something that was supposed to have been done. They may have allowed family to intervene in other connections, other times, other situations that they should have spoke up and said something like, okay, enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, this my business. I should have never, involved y'all in it. I should never express something. That's what I was saying, bro. Like, folks need to stop putting their family in shit. Because if you and that person make up, now your family is still thinking about that foul ass shit that they was talking about now you want to bring that person back around these foul ass folks that don't like them. For whatever reason, you done sat around and, said things to them or shared things with them that you and this person or you and somebody else don't worked out now. But your family, you know what I'm saying, is mindful of the things they know that person done shared with them. Even though y'all don't work something out. But now they got to deal with that. They got to deal with that shit now. That's the changes, you know what I'm saying, that's going to be rewarding for somebody else. They going to have to face, you know what I'm saying, the consequences of, not having boundaries. Versus them thinking, your boundaries was a way of making them feel intimidated or making them feel like they wasn't enough or making them feel like they needed to compete with you. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, Eight of Cups in reverse, like somebody was maybe running away, instead of facing whatever this is. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody, Three of Pentacles, they see you as somebody they can grow and learn with. Queen of Wands. The Sun, child. Let me get up out of here. What's this card say? I'm just pulling a card at the top of the deck, child. Yeah, trial and error. Gotta make, mistakes in order to learn. Somebody feel like you got some sexual healing. When they get that feeling, Libra feminine can be significant. What's this one? My words may cut deep still. See what I'm saying? Like somebody, speaks their mind. They say what they need to say. You know what I'm saying? But it's not that it ain't true. You know what I'm saying? Facts is facts. That person may feel like your words cut deep. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever you speak, you know what I'm saying? You speak with conviction. You speak with, purpose. You speak with strength. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you speak with conviction. And you should. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to end it here, you guys. Hopefully this message resonates with you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But in all honesty, use your intuition, your discernment. And when you need that clarity that you feel like, a yes or no answer or your sign, you know what I'm saying, angel numbers or whatever, ask your angelic angels, your ancestors of the light only, that have ascended into heaven, your spirit guides, ask them for signs that will validate those answers or give you the clarity you need. All right? Ask the Most High God for something. Be specific on all fronts. All right? That's for any sign, not just this Aquarius reading, but I'm going to end it here. Make sure you guys hit that like, that subscribe button on your way out for me. And as always, those of you that genuinely love me, know that I love you too. Mwah. Bye.